There's a particular style of film review which I think is starting to run its course. And I've been in the game a little while now. I follow a lot of mutuals who I respect as creators. But I'm starting to see words like crazy, mental, unhinged stand alone as positive reviews. And those words are neutral, you'll notice. They're not accompanied by any other positive adjectives. The idea that something just sort of goes against the grain, or creators that think outside the box and do something that maybe I'm sort of giving myself away here, but lack coherence, is just inherently a good thing. And I think films can be very, very simple. Simple with their main plot line, and then simple with their theme, their sort of secondary storyline that runs along it, like the metaphor, the overarching metaphor. I'm going to use 28 Years Later as an example. I think the only reason they used that ending is because they understand modern audiences, and they understand that I think these things test well. If you've watched any horror movie, especially like A24 horror movie in the last few years, every single one of them is more intent on being a bit than it is actually scary. And I think this is a downturn in films in general. I genuinely think this. And I'm going to use an example. Here we go. This is part 2 of the video of films that had a very, very simple theme. And I think is interpretable. I think it's more intentional, a lot of the stuff they're doing, rather than just wacky, have a million theories and all of them are right, that kind of thing. Here's a line from the Lord of the Rings book, and I have not finished this book, but I read this part of the book, the chapter where Gandalf tells Frodo about Gollum or Smeagol, and this is just fantastic. I'm not sure if anywhere Tolkien actually says that there is a direct drug allegory, but I do believe that is clearly intended here. When you read it, Frodo, what a pity that Bilbo did not stab that vile creature when he had the chance. Clear lack of empathy. Gandalf, pity. It was pity that stayed his hand. Pity and mercy not to strike without need. And he has been well rewarded, Frodo. Be sure that he took so little hurt from the evil, and he escaped in the end, because he began his ownership of the ring so, with pity. It's true, isn't it? He came away relatively unscathed compared to Frodo in the film. And I just think the whole drug addiction allegory in Lord of the Rings is fantastic. And then this scene where Frodo is in his worst state, and by this point in Return of the King, he's abandoned Sam, he's lost trust in him, he's had these psychotic episodes. And then right at the end, in his worst moment, Sam says, let's be rid of it, and he literally carries the bloke to get the job done. I don't know, I see this as maybe going cold turkey in the